guys, it's Marie here. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are discussing avoiding talent agent scams. So how can you avoid auditioning for a talent agent and then having to pay $3,000, $5,000, $10,000 to get opportunities, or finding out that your talent agent isn't really a talent agent? Well, today I'm going to discuss that, sharing some of my own stories and sharing you guys some of the tons of research that I have done, so stay tuned. So first off, I just really want to recap what a talent agent is. A talent agent is someone who represents actors. They can have from 10 to 50 to 100 to maybe even more actors on their roster. What they do is they submit these different actors for the various auditions that come up. So if they are looking for a black mom who's 30 to 40, they might have someone on the roster that they represent who's that age, and they submit her for the role. Now, the casting director looks at all the headshots and they might decide to call this lady in. If this actress books the job, then the talent agent will make some money along with the actress, so it's a win-win-win because everyone wins. Now, here's where the scam comes in. Yo, listen up, because this is mother effing so important, so important. I want y'all to listen. Open your ears, listen. Do not pay a talent agent. Say it for the people in the back who didn't hear me. Do not pay a talent agent. And the reason why I say this is not just so I can yell at the camera, it's because it's so important to realize that talent agents are supposed to make money off of the jobs that you book. So when you go for an audition that the talent agent arranged with the casting director that pays you maybe $100, $200, $300, $400 or maybe even more, if you book the job, the agency takes a percentage, maybe 10-15% of that money, and that is the money that they earn. You don't pay them. And the reason this is so important is because talent agent scams try to get around that fact and try to get you to pay them without doing any real work. So today I'm going to be giving you guys 10 ways to avoid a talent agent scam. These are different ways just to say that, like, yo, there are some fishy people out there and you have to be very, very careful, very, very judicial, because you want to weed out the bad people and focus on the good people so that way your acting career can grow. So let's begin. Number 1. Don't pay your talent agent. Even things like administrative fees, registration fees, audition fees, I don't care what kind of fees they pull out, don't pay them, don't pay them, don't pay them. Number 2, don't pay to audition. So there could be a scenario where the talent agent says, hey, well, you have this Disney thing, this Nickelodeon thing, this LA talent agent modeling thing that we want you to go for, but to sign up or for the fee, I don't know what they're gonna say. I'd say, well, you know, just to have this opportunity or to cover the costs, we need you to pay $100, $200, probably more than thousands of dollars in order for you to have this opportunity. Scam, don't pay them. Number 3. If they're a good agency, they're going to be selected. A good agency wants good actors because they need good actors to book the job so that way they can make money. If you are just, you know, maybe new or you're really bad at acting, they shouldn't want you to be on their roster because they need good people to help them make money. Now, a bad talent agency or a scammy talent agency won't care if you're good, bad, or indifferent. They want everybody, because everybody, no matter if you're good at acting or bad at acting, everybody can find $3,000 to pay them for opportunities. So they won't care how much experience you have or how much talent you have. So if it looks like this agency kind of just accepts everybody, not really a good sign. This is also why it's a bad sign when the agency says, oh, well, we need people without any experience. That's a little weird because agencies want people with experience. The more experience you have, the better you usually are, and the more jobs that you can normally book because you have more experience on your resume. Number 4, they shouldn't make you pay for acting classes or a photographer. So this is how the situation is gonna happen. This is what happened to me. This might be what happens to you. You audition, you know, you're good, you got some talent. Maybe they don't accept everybody, but they do accept some people, and they're like, you know, we like you. We can see that you're dedicated. We can see that you want to do this. We can see that you're talented. And you're like, yay, but you just need a little bit more training, a little bit more refinement. So we have this commercial, acting, film, modeling package, class thing that we want you to pay for. It comes with headshots for $300. It comes with this kind of training for $500. All in all, it's a $2,000 package that we want you to buy just to help your acting career. What do you say? That is where you're like, hell no. Hell nah. I ain't going for that, bro. You're obviously trying to make money because an agency should be representing you for auditions. If you want to go to modeling classes, if you want to go to acting classes, if someone is trying to sell you acting classes, if you want to go to modeling classes, that's totally fine. But an agency should be like, yo, we're gonna represent you for auditions, and then start telling you about like modeling or something. And sometimes these agencies can still be legit. Sometimes they'll offer you photography, headshots. Sometimes they'll actually fly in real live casting directors from LA, real people, and they'll fly them in to have you audition for them, and these will be legit auditions. And this is the sort of thing that you get when you're paying for that $2,500 package. You might be paying for a showcase in LA where you'll audition in front of real casting directors, all that kind of stuff. But the thing is, you can do this yourself. You don't need an agency. You don't need to pay an agency to do this. You can do this for yourself, and you can do it for cheaper. So go ahead and do that. When it happened to me, we didn't pay for the package. We still signed up for the agency, but we didn't pay for the package. My mom was like, well, you know, we don't really need it. And it turns out our other friends who had done it, they had said that the package actually wasn't that good, and that the acting classes weren't that good, and that their child who was in the agency, she didn't learn that much. So number 5, often they'll promise things that they can't keep. Often they'll promise things like Disney Channel, Nickelodeon, exposure, fame, stardom, all these things that you really, really want and that you really, really desire. They promise these things because these things are going to make you willing to pay. These things are going to make you desperate because they know that basically every 13, 14, 15, 16-year-old wants to be on Disney and is willing to do anything to be on Disney. And they know that, and they want to take advantage of that, which is really, really sad and disheartening. But you have to remember, 99% of the time, these people can't give you what they're promising. Number 6, kind of going along with number 5, often in their office they'll have like these posters up of like Disney shows or Nickelodeon shows or huge movies, not really saying like how their agency is associated with these huge $1 million movies. I mean, you live in like Arkansas, I mean, like how is it associated? But for some reason they have these pictures up of people in Gap and people in the next Tom Hanks movie and people with Jennifer Aniston and people on Shake It Up, all these kinds of things that make you really, really excited and that make you feel lucky to even have an opportunity to be with this agency. Number 7, I believe I said this earlier, but when they say that no experience is necessary. Again, while this may be true, reputable agents often want actors who have worked. That way you can have a win-win-win relationship. I win, you win, I win, you win, I win, you win. When you're experienced, you can make the money. And this is kind of the sad truth that, like, I'm not trying to say this in like a mean way. I'm not trying to dog agencies. I'm not trying to dog anyone who feels this way. I'm just kind of giving you the true facts of the acting industry. Agencies, even really, really good, even awesome agencies, don't really care about you. When they look at you, they see dollar signs. They want to see how much money you can get them by booking the projects. If you have like a little bit of talent, a little bit of experience, maybe you can get them a little bit of money. But if you have a lot of experience, a lot of talent, you can get them a lot of money. I want to ask you this question. Why would they hire you if they know that you don't have a lot of experience, or they know that you won't make a lot of money at first, but because they know you'll work hard? That just doesn't make sense for the purpose of an agency, and the agency can't live that way unless they're getting money from another source. So that's definitely a sign of a talent agency scam, sadly. My tip is that if you're willing to work super hard and you don't have any experience now, don't go after an agency. Work hard now and get the agency later. Number 8, they use things in their ads like, wanna be a star? Wanna get discovered? Tip, don't be desperate. Realize that no talent agency, no manager, no audition can make you a star or can make you famous or can make you get on Disney. It just doesn't work that way. Even the people who are like the top of the actors who are gonna be like on Disney, they have to go through several auditions. They've been working for years, and sometimes even they don't get to be on Disney. Only hard work and luck can help you get on Disney. Don't think that this one agency is the only agency and is the agency to give you that special opportunity. Do your research. If they make big claims or big promises, back them up, check them out on IMDb. Are they legit? Do they even have an IMDb? Because the agency that scammed me didn't really have an IMDb. Side note, I've noticed that when an agency's website is filled with actor testimonials, stories of how actors have succeeded or things like that, that means the agency is marketing to the wrong crowd. They're marketing to actors. They're trying to get more actors to come into their agency. Most agencies, most legitimate agencies, already have enough actors on their roster, and they're not desperate for actors to come in. On their websites, they market to clients, people who are going to book the actors, casting directors who are going to bring in the actors to audition. That's who they market to, and that's who their website is for. And so it's filled with client testimonials about how they've been happy with the actors that they've booked from this agency. An agency isn't trying to get more actors, they're trying to get more jobs for the actors that they already have, and then if they have a little bit of room, squeeze in a new actor or two who's really talented. Number 9, agencies often do casting calls, but often they don't advertise their casting calls. They might do casting calls on their website, or they might share it on their social media. But if you're seeing it in like ads on your screen, or radio ads, or TV ads, that's something definitely very, very scammy. If someone walks up to you in the mall and it's like, hey yo, can I represent you, or I feel like you could be a star, that's really not the way that agencies or even managers or even casting directors look for the people that they are auditioning, because there's so many beautiful people out in the world and they don't need to find people at the mall. They already have enough people who are already signed up to be actors. If you hear someone talking to you like, hey, be a star, hey, get discovered, hey, all these things on your radio or on your TV or on posters, it's probably not legit. It will look and sound glamorous. I promise you. It will sound amazing. It will sound like the only opportunity that is as big as this. But the thing to remember is that if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is too good to be true. Number 10. Number 10. Trust yourself and trust your gut. If something feels off, if something makes you uncomfortable, if something reminds you of something you've read that doesn't sound good, if something even sounds fishy, even though it sounds super exciting and amazing, there's probably something wrong with it. If something doesn't feel right, trust yourself. And I can promise you that there is something better out there for you. Something that will give you more real opportunities, something that will actually grow your acting career if you don't give up and if you don't settle. And an agency shouldn't act as if you are so lucky to even have a chance to be signed by this agency. They should be professional, they should be cool, they should understand and be grounded in reality and understand how the business actually works. So yes, that's basically all of my top 10 ways to avoid talent agent scams. The agency I'm with now is so amazing. She's like so awesome. Grounded in reality is the word that I would say for my talent agent. It's not like she's like promising me Disney or she's promising me Nickelodeon, but she is sending me on real actual casting jobs that she finds here where I live, and she actually does the work of a talent agent, and she's actually booked me some actual like real cool stuff, so I'm very happy to be with her. Here are a couple of other really small tips to help you decipher if a talent agency is a scam. If they reach out to you, it's probably a scam. Again, agencies already have enough people, or probably more than enough people. If they're looking for actors, it means that they probably want something from you. If what they're doing is super vague, like being a casting agent, there's no such thing, or being a talent consultant. The vaguer, the better, because you can't really put a pin on what they're doing, but somehow it's flashy and it's super cool and it can give you opportunity. And if they bait and switch, if they like, hey yo, we want to represent you, but then they're like, whoops, sorry fam, we actually want to give you acting classes. If they're like, hey yo, we sell head tops, and then they're like, whoops, sorry fam, actually you need to pay all these extra fees because of these little things that we didn't tell you about at first. If they ask you to pay, what's my answer, guys? Definitely don't pay. Don't pay for it. Don't pay. Don't pay. Don't pay. I have heard that some legitimate agencies will ask you to pay a holding fee to host your picture on their website, but hold up, you don't have to pay this fee. It's like you can totally wait and see if this agency books you auditions before you pay this fee, so that way you know that this agency is actually working for you and is trying to get money for you on auditions, and they're not just waiting. You can wait and see if your agency is actually working for you and trying to get you active and out there and getting jobs before you actually pay this holding fee. In fact, you could never pay this holding fee and you would still be okay with this agency and you would still have a chance of booking jobs. That's how it should work. And honestly, because of how scammy things should be, if they all start pushing for a holding fee up front, definitely something to avoid. Definitely like just nah fam. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. I had so much fun filming this video. I am super excited. Y'all have been asking me so much about this question, and I had little snippets of this video, but I was like, yo, let me do my research, let me make sure I got it going on. Now I do. Now you guys have your answer. Watch this video several times. Check your agencies before you audition for them. Check your agencies after you audition for them, before you sign with them. Click the links below because I showed you where I got all my resources, all my tips. I got like 5 or 6 articles down there about how to avoid talent agencies. Read all the